Ah, yes, here we are with another episode of the Dragon of Icespire Peak. Number 14? Well, I guess that kind of depends.
1407.
Yeah,
This
depends
is
on how you count.
currently day 3000 of the quarantine. I
Mm.
hope there's somebody to watch this in the future.
Yes, make good decisions out there, people, if it's still going on.
Hopefully it's not.
It really does depend on when you start counting episodes, though, because that first one is kind of like, it's an episode. I still have to edit it. Shows you how long it's been. Anyways,
we haven't missed a week.
We haven't.
We all should be proud of ourselves for even the weeks that we had to do different days, we made it work.
Yes. And we just had a random extra midweek. So we're actually ahead of the pace, which is fantastic.
So, did we have a 5-day?
Oh. I feel like it's a 9-day at this point. Anyways, when we last left off, the pumped up kids had just finished liberating the tortured soul of Miral, the sea elf, by defeating the Anchorite of Talos in the Tower of Storms and bringing her conch. She was very happy to have her conch back. Anyways, recent events. While the group was heading up to the Dragon Barrow, are you picturing the thing I sent you to?
I don't know what you sent me, but I just
the conch.
Laughing at the fact that the crab had her conch for a period of time.
Her conch was infected with crabs. Anyway,
sorry.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, quarantine brain setting in. So, on the way to the Dragon Barrow to get the Dragon Slayer longsword, the White Dragon attacked Falcon's hunting lodge, as evidenced by the sending stone message that was sent to Daisy. On top of Daisy dying and coming back to life and finishing that part of their quest and coming down to the tower, they now wake up in the morning. Beautiful clear skies. The sun is risen. There are birds chirping, and you awaken as we'll call it Landor's tiny hut, magic fades, revealing a wonderful day. And what do you do?
We're still right by the lighthouse, though, correct? Because we didn't actually leave there.
I think that's right.
Did we? Okay.
If not, we could just change it to whatever you decided to do.
Well, while they're starting to get the camp together, I want to go look and just see if I can see any, like, flowers or plants that may be just around this area that Adabra might be able to use for anything that just strikes my eye.
Sure.
You know what? And before I do this, I'm just gonna cast a ritual detect magic on myself to see if I can feel any sort of if there's any magical like essence coming off of any of the plants that are nearby.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. You have much less armor to take care of and to prepare than some other character, or than one other character in your party. I would say let's go with the nature check or Arcana. You could pick.
I think
nature. Nature feels more accurate.
That's a 17.
17. You feel like, and I have no idea if this is a thing, I'm just gonna make it up. You see some nightshade flowers that can sometimes be used in potion crafting. You're still a little new to that whole process, and you've heard that that's in there. Josh is like, I'm gonna find out.
I feel
right
like
now.
somebody's gonna be rule booking you.
That's fine if they find a little nightshade patch, and you're able to take about 24 nightshade flowers.
All right.
And I think that's used in
Sweet.
Skyrim, which is the official magical ingredient place.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, and you guys were shooting each other with the water that came out of the back of holding. And I think if I was not mistaken, was there treasure that you didn't go over as well?
We got the pearls. We got the.
There was a
mermaid
wand and a
statue.
book that we have not gone over.
Yes, the pearls are not magical. The pearls are just valuable. The wand. Remember, but I'm just making sure I remember. The wand is a wand of secrets. I can screenshot and send it to you guys.
Is that another common item?
No, it helps you know where trapdoors and things are.
Nice.
So I just put that in the it'll upload to the Discord. And then what else were you guys?
Wasn't there like a
There was
tome
a book.
or
Yes, there was. That's right. This is a spell book. And there are wizard spells. Unfortunately, as a bard, you don't have them. You don't learn spells that way. But the spell book does contain Blur, Charm Person, Comprehend Languages, Hold Person, Mage Armor, Sleep, and Spider Climb.
what about a paladin? Does Izzy learn spells that way?
Paladins, well, she
okay.
can't cast magic yet, but paladins,
okay.
paladins are like clerics and druids. They just know all the spells and they prepare. I would say, as a ruling, if any of those spells happen to also be on the bard list, we could work out some kind of downtime activity, study mechanic in which you may be able to
Can you read
learn
them to me one more time? I got
Yep.
Blur and Charm Person and
Blur,
obviously
Charm
Mage
Person.
Armor.
Comprehend Languages, Hold Person, Mage Armor, Sleep, and Spider Climb.
Sleep is. Oh.
I
Broken.
think that one might be on my list. I think
I
that
think you
might be
used
one of
sleep and
Yeah,
Daisy
yeah.
fell asleep.
Yes. But I don't have it anymore, so that could be one I could get back.
I would say that those
Maybe.
would not be retrainable, though, if you were to. Because for level ups, it would just be
Right,
bonus.
that makes sense.
So you'd have to spend some time for each spell. Well, I'll work out a mechanic for that if you are interested.
Okay.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know how much the pearls are worth? Can we estimate that, or is it just like?
I think you tried, actually.
Well, I don't think anything was rolled, but we definitely had this conversation last week about, does the gnome have an ability to appraise things?
Mhm, they
Yes.
did.
They do not.
Yes. Okay. So just so I am keeping track of everything properly,
Mhm.
who has? I know the boots were on Marcus last.
They were.
Does Marcus still
Yes.
have them?
Do you want them back? Do you want them back, Lendo? Would you like to wear the boots, or would you like me to hold on to them? They make you very, very, very sneaky. They make me not sneaky.
I'll keep the boot. I'll take the boots back for right now because I feel like when I go and scout things out, it does come in more handy than anything else. We can always swap if for some reason we all need to be stealthy.
They basically make me not as terrible at sneaking, but they make you a sneaking god. So if you want to keep them, that's totally fine with me. I'm not.
Okay.
Thank you.
If I get found, I'll make it work.
And also, oh man, did you see this new cloak? It's a nice shade of green right now.
Landor
Is that a
Green.
different color than it was yesterday?
Yes, it is.
Wow, that's very impressive.
How many pearls were in the bag?
6.
Okay. Healing potion worth 10 points in Landor's top left pocket. one healing potion that Marcus has, which is worth 20 points, potion of invulnerability, boots of Elvenkind, which are on Landor, stick of stopping, which is with Landor, sending stone is with Daisy, staff of bird calls is with Daisy, cloak of billowing is with Marcus. Daisy has one potion of regular healing, 10 points. We have 2 shovels. The cloak of many fashions is on Landor. And who's holding the bag of holding? Is that Daisy?
I don't know if we talked about that yet, but you could take it if you want to. I don't care. It's
Okay.
I love how you were just saying, like, she just starts shoving everything in there.
Yep. Anything that's not already on someone is in the bag.
And I would say, like, if you guys didn't specify anything like that, that's just going to be the ruling.
oh,
If you
then-
didn't specify that so-and-so has it, it'll be in your bag of holding.
Cool. I like it.
Okay, and then we also have the mermaid, which is made of blue quartz. All right, I think that's everything. Do we want to put the... Did the saddle fit in the bag of holding?
Yes.
Wow.
Marcus,
Will it fit out of the bag?
Marcus, do you want your spectral horse, or should we all ride in on the regular horses?
I guess we don't want to cause a ruckus. We could ride in on the regular horses.
All right. Is there anything else that we need to do, Landor? Do you want to put those flowers in here?
I can keep them in my bag.
Okay.
I've got enough room. They're not very heavy.
All right. So.
What are the
Shall we?
flowers for, Orlando?
Hmm?
Oh, I told Adabra that I was gonna keep an eye out for anything she might be able to use in her potions.
Mm.
I figured being here by the coast that I probably could find some stuff. So I just went to check.
It's very kind of you, very thoughtful.
Well, I mean, those healing potions and stuff can come in real handy. So anything I can do to get more available, because she also isn't able to make too much at the moment. So.
Mm-hmm. I'm assuming we're just riding back to town as we're...
That's okay. I was just making sure because I didn't even know if you left yet. So I'll just pull up the map to show. So the tower, the lighthouse, approximately here. You can see that or not?
Thank you.
Josh
You
is
have to move it. I'm a
eyes
T-Rex.
based on movement. So you have about a full day's ride to get back to Phandalin, more or less, if you just were going to go straight across the plains and skip the roads. So what kind of a route? Obviously, you have to get to the road. You'd have to, it's about 10, 12 miles away.
If it's faster to take the roads, I'd assume we'd do that, but...
That's a lot of out of the way. I would think it's probably faster to go straight.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and let's see. We'll survival check with advantage. I don't see why you would have that much of a difficult time. But
I think
just for fun.
You're better at this now, right, Landor?
Survival, probably not. I don't honestly. I think we might both be the same.
I have that can't be right. I have a +2 to survival.
Same.
Oh, alright. Well, I roll 1, you roll 1.
Sure.
That works too.
21 for me.
Yeah, 11. So sounds like
Landor's
21.
just like, I think it's this, and Marcus is like, no, we're going this way.
And you see where the sun is? We're going this way.
That's pretty much it. And you kind of are just about, you see the high road in the distance over the horizon, and you are about, we'll say, 300-400 yards away, so quite a distance. And you see a gleaming white, shiny, scaled creature. Looks like it's just freezing something. Like, it looks like maybe, like, you just see like this cold breath coming out of this thing, and it's just, and it looks like there might be like a cart or caravan or something like that. And you see the dragon.
And this is, I'm sorry, you said we're 300 or 400 yards away.
Yes.
Did you say it was like from the town or just from the dragon?
From the high road, I'm sorry.
Okay.
And
right,
and
gotcha.
he is on the road itself. Like,
Okay.
So this whole thing is, you see, this dragon is up to something.
Well, there's our friend the dragon. Should we make our presence known?
I think we should. I mean, it looks like it's attacking some people. We might be able to save somebody. I don't know what's left, but I say we go for it.
Daisy?
Is Daisy's on the back of someone else's horse, right? She's not riding by herself.
I think last time we said we did have 3 horses. So.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Daisy is she's kind of got like that look of like petrified fear on her face and can't get any words out.
Well, I changed my cloak to bright red, and I say, "We need to go." And I just take off toward it.
Yeah.
And when I do that, I also hit mage armor on myself, so you can just kind of see the over me as I'm heading toward it.
Haste me and my horse.
Yeah, turn it to Sean Connery for a second. Lando, I need you to haste me. Come on, boy.
So is everybody taking off now?
I hope so.
I'm not
This is gonna be a real short fight.
Yeah, I'm not going to leave Landor to fight.
What's Daisy doing?
She's gonna take a couple deep breaths, grab her little dragon chest piece, and charge in after them.
Okay.
This is not ideal.
All right. Let's go ahead and roll some initiative here.
Oh boy.
We might have to do this theory of the mind because this was totally randomly decided on dice today, actually.
Oof. That's 7.
That's 10.
Well, my initiative is less than yours, Marcus.
Daisy got a 13.
So Daisy, 13.
So in other words, I have the slowest horse, and even though I went first, everybody else kind of catches up and passes me.
Daisy's the lightest, so her horse can run the fastest. You know, like the jockey.
Landor was 7.
Yes.
Marcus was what? 10.
I was 10, yeah, but what if the horses get hurt? Then we're gonna have to pay for them.
Definitely
the
the
least
top.
of-
Definitely the top of the concern list
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now. Okay. So you guys are definitely. Let's see. What speed does a riding horse have? Let me look quick.
I want to say 60 feet.
It does.
Hey.
So just to make it easy, let's say you're 300 yards away, which is 900 feet. And if you're double dashing, that's 120 feet per round on that horse. Like you were just all out, like sprinted, like charging at this point.
This is a mistake.
So it's going to take you, let's see, at 120 feet, it's going to take you like almost not quite a minute to get there, but we'll say about seven rounds, I think is more or less where we'll be talking about. So round 1, you guys, all 3 of you, bam, there you go. And you see, it looks like there is, this caravan has, maybe 2 horse carts. You definitely can see multiple people. It's not easy to tell how many there are. The size of the dragon is what is the most obvious thing. It looks like one of the carts just has this like frosted encasing of ice on it, and you'd probably easy to guess that there are some people inside there too. You're not entirely sure what's going on. Another round goes by, and it looks like the dragon has landed. It looks like somebody's trying to run away, and he just grabs him with one claw and just kind of pins it to the ground, and looks like it takes a chunk out of its flesh. You guys are booking it. you see, it looks like there's maybe 2 other people. Look like they're trying to they're not on their horses anymore. They're just trying to run at this point. That's 2 rounds. The next round, you see the dragon kind of just take to the air and then swoop in and then land next to one of them, grabbing it with its mouth, and just seems to just bite, and this thing is whatever creature that was is now in half. Next round, it exhales another terrible breath weapon to freeze the last person in place, and grabs whatever chunk of ice this thing is now encased in, and looks like it's about to fly away. I would say at this point you're probably about 500 feet in, so you're about 400 feet away. I don't know if you have any abilities that have that kind of a range or not, or if there's any change in what you want to do. You just let me know.
Daisy would have stopped riding in. She can't get any closer.
Daisy freezes. Okay.
Oh boy. I'm gonna say to them, like, if we could tell like what's going on right now, it looks like it's gonna fly away. I'm just gonna tell them, like, I don't think today's the day that we can fight this, but we can try to watch it. We could try to find out where it goes. We can try to follow it for a little bit if we can. I know it's probably much faster than us. It's already got a lead, but
the other thing we don't know, there might still be some people on that caravan. I don't know if everybody got killed. There might be somebody hiding. There might be somebody injured that we could help. We still need to get over there, regardless of whether the dragon goes away or not. And if it is there, I do think we need to fight it. If it for some reason does end up staying.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, no, we need to we're like full
Come on,
ride.
Daisy.
At this point, you don't. I mean, it's probably not easy to hear 3 total horses running compared to 2, but one quick little like look over your shoulder, and you definitely see Daisy's probably just more in like a trot at this point, heading towards there because she's just like The next round. Continue. Go ahead.
Well, if I see that it's flying away, I would yell to Daisy and say, help because I know that she has some healing now. I don't know the extent of it, but I would say, help the people in the caravan, see what you could do. I'm following that dragon, and I'll still just ride towards it.
Yeah. Yes, it looks like the dragon now has grabbed this chunk of ice and rips it off, and it does look like it takes off to the skies as if to fly away, and does like just like a circle around, and let's just go ahead and see what happens next.
Does it get within 120 feet of me?
Not yet,
boy.
no.
Don't do it.
It sees you.
Oh, God. Does it care? It already has its lunch.
It looks like it's now changed course and is heading right towards you.
Sick. Fantastic.
So yes, we'll say you're about 120 feet away, whatever it was you wanted to do.
Can I shoot a firebolt at it?
Sure. Roll an attack roll.
21. Does that hit?
A 21 does hit. Roll for some damage.
That is a 11.
Okay. So the firebolt impacts against its chest, and it's got its prey in its hands, and it just kind of stops, and it's like, and it just, in a very booming voice, it just says, adventurers, I think another time to fight Cryovane is in our future, but this is not a good time. And then it just kind of swoops up and just says, I'm too hungry and you seem too annoying at the moment. And it turns to fly back east.
Is it? So I'm assuming that it gets another turn before I have a chance to do anything else.
Yeah, you like as soon as it was in range, I I have kind of treated it like a ready to action. You shoot it with your firebolt. And then at that point it stops and says that's little thing and turns to fly away, and it seems like it's faster than your horses are.
Okay.
I want to keep following after it. Until at some point it'll be away from my sight. But
when
it's headed directly towards Phandalin at this point too.
I want to head towards the caravan. So
Sure.
like as soon as I hear what it said and see that it's trying to fly away, I see Marcus is tracking it. I go ahead to the caravan to see if there's anybody there that's alive or possibly okay.
Sure.
Or needs
Daisy, how far? Like you just like kind of instead of double dashing, you're just regular speeding.
After the dragon bit someone in two, Daisy would have completely stopped.
So she's just not even moving.
No.
Okay. Okay, so then so you're about, I want to say maybe 600 feet away. Just standing there. Marcus, let's roll for you. Roll survival check.
Actually,
Well, if Landor's going to the caravan, I'm assuming you're just trying to gain as much information as you can. Unless I misunderstood.
No, absolutely. I was just asking.
Oh, I got you.
I did not.
Okay.
I should have. Maybe that would have kept Daisy going.
It's an 18.
Okay, yeah, you're able to. I mean, it is faster than you, so it is. You're losing ground, I guess would be the way to say that. But
it's big.
It is very big, so you're able to stay with it for quite some time if you'd like.
Sure.
But it is heading towards where you're going, towards Phandalin. We'll say that at this point, Landor gets to the caravan, and we'll say Marcus is, 200 feet past it at this point. Landor, you see there is one horse and buggy, kind of a cart situation that is totally encased in ice. You see a driver on it. It looks like he was going like this, and he's frozen. You see someone that looks like they were hopping off, frozen up against the cart. One horse, the back half of it is like frozen, and it looks like the horse is dead, but it was pulled by two. Another horse looks like it has a nice gash mark on its rib cage and side, and it's like on the ground now. Past that, you see another cart that looks like the horses are dead, but there's a person, like the lower half of a person, maybe 5 feet from it, and the upper half of a person, maybe 15 feet from its other half. And then down the way a little bit, you see what looks like a little stump of ice kind of a situation going on, and another body that looks like it's more or less still intact, but definitely not moving.
Is that body covered in ice?
No, it's not.
Okay. Can I run over and check to see if the person's alive?
Sure. Yeah, you get there, and definitely not alive. There are just very deep gash wounds between claws and bites.
How long's this person been dead? Can I tell?
This whole thing has not quite been a minute yet.
I'm gonna hit him with a revivify.
Do you have a diamond?
Wow.
No, I think Daisy has the diamonds.
Daisy is not
It's
moving,
too
and
far
she's
away.
like 600 feet away.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind then.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be a thing I need to get from.
So then, Marcus, you are just tracking this thing for as long as you can?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I my assumption is that it killed everyone in that caravan, but even if it didn't, I know that there's nothing I can do about that. That's kind of, these other two are good, and I just want to make sure that we're better equipped to stop it.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, eventually, I would say you're able to chase this thing for, let's see, let's make a constitution check for your horse.
Sure.
Yeah, just a regular con check.
Should I take like, I guess the horse's con?
Horse's
Right.
con is +1. Yeah, I have it up here.
Okay. Yeah, I rolled an 8, so that would be 9.
Yeah, I would say after another couple minutes, this thing is just like it's just losing speed. Like it's not able to keep up
Should have
the
used
pace
your
anymore.
That was gonna
spectral
happen.
horse.
Yeah, I was thinking.
I'm not gonna lie, I came this close to using haste on the horse for you, but then I figured that I didn't know if whenever it was fatigued, if that would end up losing more than would be useful, because obviously it only lasts for a minute.
Well,
So
if it was
Landor, at this point,
exhausted-
you can't see. I mean, you can't see Marcus or the dragon. You still see Daisy back.
I want to go ahead and start like searching the caravan, the people, just to find out who they are if I can. Like if there's anything in there that might tell me either where they came from or where they were going, because at the very least, possibly maybe we can still deliver whatever it was and notify some people about
Yeah.
what was going on.
It looks like there was a shipment heading south. Like they were everything looks like it was heading south. So, to the south.
Does it look like south? But this should have been the road that was going east and west, wasn't it?
No, that's the
it's
Tribor Trail. This is the high road, which I'll show you on the map here.
It's the one on the west side of the coast.
You guys are more or less here.
Oh, okay.
So it
I
looks like
thought
they were
we
heading
farther
southward.
down.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
you know that there is a town called Leylon down here, and Neverwinter is up here. So it would be very easy to assume that perhaps it was a shipment going from Neverwinter down towards Leylon. And if I'm saying that wrong, someone can correct me.
Once the dragon's out of sight, Daisy's gonna snap out of it and race to the caravan.
Sure. Yeah, you arrive. And you see the same things I just described to Michael.
And now it's been obviously too long to use Revivify. Okay.
Definitely.
I honestly don't know if we should do anything with this stuff. If we should try to take it and finish the delivery.
And as you're searching, it looks like it was just clothes. It looks like clothing merchants. Some stuff looks pretty good. Maybe not Cloak of Many Fashions good, but
I don't know if I feel right taking from a caravan, even if it is.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that either.
Daisy, what happened back there? Why did you freeze? Like I don't what's going on? You're normally the one that's in the front of the pack charging in no matter what.
I don't know. I couldn't do it. I don't know why. It was too familiar and too devastating. I wanted to do something, but I couldn't make myself move.
I can kind of understand that. I know that's kind of our goal, is to stop this dragon, though. And it obviously it does do terrible things, and that's why I feel like somebody's gotta step up and stop it. And I feel like we're the ones that have the power to be able to do that and to make that happen, to save people, like stop this from happening again and again. Like I can't even imagine if it actually had attacked Phandalin and what it would have done there. I mean, you saw how easily it just tore through this caravan.
And at this point, I would say Marcus is able to kind of, between searching the cart to kind of get a little of an idea and everything, Marcus is coming back.
It traveled east. I wasn't able to catch up to it. The horse just couldn't match the speed. It's
Wait, east towards Phandalin?
yes, but I don't think it was traveling to attack. I think it had already had its fill for the day.
Yeah, I mean, I think if it was still in the mood for anything else, especially with me hitting it with the firebolt, I think it would have kept more. But I think it was done for the day.
Or at least for now.
For
the
now,
morning.
yeah.
I feel like it still couldn't hurt to send Falcon a message. Daisy's gonna take out the sending stone. Falcon, we ran into the dragon, headed east. Be on the lookout. Please keep everyone safe. I hope you're doing well. That's
With
it.
5 words to spare. All right.
Oh,
As a response, you get, "Are you sure?" "Of course I'll stay on the lookout." "How long?" "Blast, you can't respond." And that's it.
Well, Falcon said he'll be on the lookout for the dragon. I guess let's bury the dead.
I tossed you one of the shovels, or actually, I guess you probably have the shovels actually in the bag of holding.
Yep, I
Yeah.
stuffed everything in there. So I'll take out one Who wants a shovel?
I'll take a shovel. Might as well have the strength. Strength
All right.
based.
Yeah. All right, and I'll take the other one. Landor, if you want to prepare the bodies, I don't know, maybe wrap them in cloth or something.
I will prepare the
There's
bodies.
plenty of cloth available.
play a nice little song.
Yep, and I play a little somber remembrance tune.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you're able to spend probably the better part of an hour, digging some stuff and preparing the bodies, and you're able to, give them a little something to honor the dead.
I put a copper piece on their eyes, each of their eyes.
Ah. I forget however many there were.
Look, looking through their
They're
stuff,
pennies, it's
did we
fine.
happen to know who they were?
You did not see any like sigils or anything like that, like house crests or anything. We'll say
I didn't know
you
if we
found
saw
like
like
a
a
bill of
logbook
sale.
or anything.
Yeah.
in there, yeah.
Some kind of like a bill of sale. Looks like seems like some merchant you haven't heard of in Neverwinter called the Silken Trouser.
I barely know her.
All right. Well, I guess we should probably continue on our trip back to Phandalin.
Yep. So, pretty much just as the sun is setting, you're able to arrive back in Phandalin. And it seems like there was nothing of consequence. I mean, it might be hard to fully tell because Phandalin is kind of in a state of rebuilding, so there certainly are some things of dilapidated nature, but you don't see nothing strikes you as new as you're, approaching the town. Well, that's good. What do you guys want to do?
Put the horses back where we got them from.
Big Al.
Yeah. Well, did he say he left them at the? I think. I don't remember. I think he had them like at the. Just some. Was like, oh, I haven't used them, so just take him back whenever you want. So I don't even know if we would go back to him and tell him that they're there, but I don't know. I would put the horse back though.
That's fine.
We put those things back where they came from.
Or so help me.
Dem horses.
She's out of our hands. Hands, hair? I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, so Big Al, you find where his new ranch is, kind of a thing, and not his ranch, but I think he had his wherever it was. I forget what I said. You're able to do that. He's very happy to see the horses again.
Cool.
And I want to check the job board while we're before
Sure.
we go do anything else, or I want to go check after we drop the horses off.
Yeah, I mean, and it's pretty close too. I mean, there's that little main square. I'll just show you.
Whoa, where did this map come from?
Well, I've had it the whole time. This is Town Master's Hall. You know, the Stonehill Inn is right up here. This is the shrine. You know, Barthen's up here. The Lion's Shield, Coster. You're all kind of. This is kind of your main. You know, you've also been here long enough to know where things are and see any reason why I can't show this to you. So you go to Town Master's Hall, and you do still see the Axholm quest is up there. It's actually the only thing on the job board.
Was there? Oh, there wasn't a reward for the thing. This is the sword would be rewarded.
Let the sword
itself.
be its own reward.
Yeah. Well, do you think we should take a rest and then head out to Axum?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Should we
So-
go sell our 2 half plates, 1 hide armor, 6 javelins, and 2 great axes?
Sure.
And we can let Lenine know that we took care of the lighthouse issue.
So you guys head to the Lion Shield, Coster?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to get there easy enough. Looks like Lenine was getting ready to close up shop. Says, oh, it's good to see you all again. How did everything go? We had a bit of a scare here.
What do you mean you've had a bit of a scare?
Well, I mean, at some point in the middle of the day, Falcon came out and started telling everybody to find cover and to make sure they were all hunkered down, and I just happened to stay here. I mean, obviously I have lots of weapons here, so I, you know, prepared myself as best I could. I looked out the window, and at one point I saw that dragon fly right over the town. It seemed like it was within a couple 100 feet. It wasn't making any mistakes of trying to, or any point of trying to hide itself or anything of the sort. Rather large creature, and I hear that this is a small one.
Yes. We
Carrying
also,
something made of ice. I couldn't quite tell, but
We also encountered the dragon today. Landor over here
really,
shot it with some fire. We're calling him Lando the Death Destroyer or Lando Dragonfire. Calrisen. Calrisen?
Canrisen.
Canrisen, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I don't know why this is confusing at all.
Yeah, it's almost like I feel like you may have heard that somewhere. I don't.
Sounds like a superstar name. Goes, really? I know you've talked about fighting that foul beast. I guess you must have scared it off, which is... That's good. I would have imagined perhaps it would have fought the three of you. Do you think he was scared?
I don't know if I would say scared, but I think he had his fill for the day and he was ready to go back to wherever he stays.
Okay. Well, if that's true, he seemed to continue east.
Well, we were able to go to the lighthouse and take care of the problem that you let us know about. The lighthouse does. Yes, it's not in the best condition. We could definitely use someone to go over there and repair the light up top. There's a lot of wrecked ships out there, so it's
as I thought.
I hope those weren't recent. I hope they'd been there for a while.
I imagine within the last 10 day or two.
Wow, that's a lot of ships a week.
She wasn't expecting a glaive in her shipment, was she? No.
We did find some things you might want to sell, to buy from us?
Oh, sure. Let's take a look. And as a side note, just because the ships crashed there doesn't mean they were all heading there.
No,
Oh,
I know.
that's interesting.
It's a lighthouse. It just guides ships as they go.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So, what do you have?
One hide armor.
Is the hide armor from the priest?
Yes, it's got a giant
had a-
hole in the front of it. I don't know if she's gonna want it.
You brought that?
Yes. It fits
That's
the
one
bag.
naked dead priest with a hole. That priest is holy, am I right?
Oh, man. That's
Womp womp.
The holiest priest I've seen in a while.
Yes. Alright, so. This you're getting quartered on because that sucker is just beat to
I'm
crap.
surprised. I'm surprised she's even giving us anything for it.
There's probably some parts of it she can salvage. And
Let's see here. Just obviously one thing at a time on me here.
And then 2 half plates.
Mm-hmm.
But they
One
were
whole
on
plate.
things that were like giant. So I don't
Shaquille
know.
O'Neal.
Maybe she could make it into a full plate for normal sized
It's still
creatures.
good craftsmanship.
And then
I think she's saying it's large. So
I know
it
what
should
she's saying.
be...
Minus
big
the
and tall
labor.
places charge you more.
and then 2 great axes
Okay.
and 6 javelins.
Unless I wasn't able to recover my javelin that I threw at the heart, in which case it would be 5 javelins because I would take 1. So I'll let you decide that.
You can have your javelin back. Actually, no. It disappeared in there.
Okay.
Then
Totally
5
disappeared.
javelins.
Yeah, because that's way more fun to mess with Michael's head. Anyways.
Where did it go?
And that's everything?
I mean, do you guys want to sell any of the other stuff that we have? I don't know if we need the pearls or the gems, or she'd be even
Well,
the
she
person
wouldn't
to
be.
sell those to.
She would be
Well,
the person to
the
sell
She
it.
gem-
just says she would recommend the Phandalin Miners Exchange for things like that.
And this is a question for you, Daisy. Do you need both of your warhammers now that you have that sword? I mean, you still may want to keep 2. I don't know, but
I guess not. I do want to keep at least one hand axe too, because I'd like to have something I could throw without really caring whether or not I get it back. So yeah, I could sell one of my warhammers. That's a great idea. All right, and one used warhammer.
not the dwarven warhammer. though.
No,
That
not a
was
dwarven
gift.
one.
So she's just looking everything up and takes out her abacus. Slide things over, whatever it is they use for calculator app, you know. Here you go. And you're just thinking, well, side armor has certainly seen better days. How did you get? Never mind. Maybe I don't want to know. And she goes, and what in the world was wearing this or these as she's looking over the half plates? She's like, my goodness. She says, everything all together. A little bit of extra work with this if I'm going to either turn it into plate or 2 sets of half plate. I'll give you 800 gold pieces if you want.
Oh man, I was really hoping for like 950 for all of this.
Roll a persuasion check.
18.
Because I could do maybe 820. 8 was a little generous to begin with.
Okay.
950 would be a bit ludicrous, actually.
I thought the half plate was in really good condition, but I mean, I guess I can understand.
For any of my normal customers that come in here, and by normal I mean typical humanoid size, it would take. And then she looks at Daisy and is like, ooh. She says, they're just going to take a bit of work. So, yes, she starts to prepare 820 gold pieces. We'll say she gives you 20 gold and 80 platinum. Just
Izzy
because-
doesn't like platinum.
I converted everything to gold pieces, so I hope that's okay.
I mean, it's just more to carry. I know it's in the bag of holding, but
Bag of
I-
holding.
I think I still have it written down for how much platinum.
I could convert all of our gold pieces into platinum if that would be easier.
you have what you have. Anyways, that's what she hands. She hands over 80 platinum and 20 gold.
80 plat. All right.
However you want to mark that and keep track of what that actually means is up to you, but that's what you have been given. Lenine says, I was about to close up shop and head to Stonehill Inn, maybe for a pint and a meal. I don't know if you're all going there or not, but certainly welcome
Sure.
to join me.
Yes, I think
Sure, I
pretty
can
much
play a
all.
lively tune or two for everybody to enjoy.
Sure.
Maybe even
So-
some dancing music.
Oh man. All right, so you get to the tavern, and you are easy enough to get everything set up, and it's pretty much a somewhat regular day. There's a few, I would say maybe 15 to 20 people are there, so it's it's not extremely large, but there's enough where there's some conversation going on in the background, and you actually see Falcon is there with Corwin and Pell.
I nudge Izzy. Good, Izzy. Good is.
And actually, as soon as he notices you, he just looks over at Toblin and just holds up 3 fingers. And he walks over to see you, and he just says, "It's very good to see you. Goodness, I've now seen this beast up close twice. I believe he goes by the name Cryovane.
That's what we heard as well.
Creepy. Maybe he's got some kind of branding. He's just spreading his name throughout the land or something."
Always
Definitely seemed like he was trying to.
Well, we know that he's a young dragon, right? I think that we heard that.
I think
before
so.
we came to town.
I mean, you know that, especially Marcus would know, particularly with white dragons, just how large they can be, based
Yeah.
on the tales and family history that he has.
Mhm.
And so, also based on the look, you can tell based on the scales themselves that this is. I mean, even a young dragon can still be almost 100 years old. So,
Yeah.
but yes, as far as dragons go, on the younger side.
He is a younger dragon from what I've gathered, and I know that he's trying to make a name for himself. He wants people to be afraid of him. He wants that name to strike fear into those who hear it. We will not let him.
Falcon just puts his hand on your shoulder and he just says, "Of that, I have no doubt." And he looks down at you, Daisy, and Landor, and his eyes go back to you. He just says, "Are you all right? You seem a bit troubled."
Yeah, I'm actually feeling a little unwell. I think I'm gonna go up to my room.
All right. And at that point, actually, you see three glasses of wine come over to you, and Toblin just says, "Oh, these were on Falcon. Here you are." And he just hands them out to each of you. I don't know if Daisy's gonna take it or not, but
None for me, thank you.
that's
I
fine.
guess I'll have 2.
Yeah, I was about to say, none for you means double for Landor.
Falcon just smiles. He just says, "Yes, enjoy."
Thank you, Tublin, and thank you, Falcons. Appreciate it.
Of course, it's
Quite
the
the
least
day.
we could
Or-
do.
Well, actually, Lenine's with us, right?
That's true, actually.
So
So I don't take 2.
Yeah. And then Falcon just goes, "Oh yes, of course, of course."
Falcon, you've met Lenine, haven't you? Right?
Only briefly.
She
I
does it.
haven't stopped by her shop before, but I've seen her in the tavern. It's nice to meet you. Oh yes, it's nice to meet you, Falcon.
That's what I wanted. That's
Yeah, thanks, Josh.
So, Falcon, you said that in the brief sending stone message that the cryo vein attacked the hunting lodge. Is there anything that you can tell us about the dragon or what you saw, or I don't know if you actually fought it at all, or
I spotted it. I just happened to be up on my tower keeping a lookout, and I actually saw it coming. Don't really have a lot of experience when it comes to dragons or anything of that sort, so I decided to make sure that Corwin and Pell were safe. I had them ready the horses, and it seemed to just rip into the lodge, and I can only imagine what's left. It probably was searching for food, and we did have a cow there. I'm guessing is not there anymore, unfortunately. But it just kept taunting us and saying its name and saying it's hungry, and after everything that happened when you were there and helped defend us against those orcs, I felt like it was best to get Corwin and Pell to safety.
that makes sense.
Is the lodge completely destroyed? Can it be properly repaired?
I haven't been back since. It's only been a few days.
Well, you left while it was fighting? While it was...
While it was attacking us, yes.
Okay.
The only
Well-
good thing is with it being an ice dragon, it most likely it probably only tore apart the areas that would have had food, and it wouldn't have been able to burn anything down if it had been per se a fire dragon.
And it
but,
crashed into the guest house. It crashed, seemed like it was just trying to...
tear everything apart.
It seemed, if you were to ask me, like it was hungry and also just trying to demonstrate its strength and power.
Falcon, you and your lodge have always been a beacon of hope and a place of safety in the Neverwinter Woods. I'm sure that he was trying to send a message on top of looking for food and whatever. But as long as you stand, we will rebuild. And
Well met.
your lodge will once again welcome strangers who have the wine.
You must have the wine, that's for sure. He just
This is a
smiles,
good
and he's
year,
got a little
too.
bit. He smiles. He's got a little bit of wine teeth going on, so you can tell he's had a few. And Daisy has left now to go to her room. Is that right? She's not there anymore.
That is correct. Daisy's left the room.
Okay. Just says, what's going on with Daisy?
Well, we had this excursion out was quite eventful. I mean, we had a lot go on. When we went to the Dragon Barrow, Daisy got killed.
His eyes get really big.
Very
And
forthcoming.
the sword that actually the sword seemed to bring her back. I'm guessing that there must have been some sort of connection between the sword and Bahamut, and just with her connection to Bahamut just must have brought her back somehow. We're still not exactly sure
My goodness.
how that happened. And I mean, she definitely has some connection with dragons, and when we saw the white dragon, it definitely had the devastation that it was causing on the little caravan that we saw it attacking. It hit her hard. I don't think she was prepared for it, and she's kind of been in shock since then.
He's one of the fiercest warriors I've ever seen.
Yeah, it caught me off guard too, because she's always
And
been
it's
the
such a
one
small
to
package.
charge in first.
Yes,
She's-
She is.
it's never wise to judge Daisy by her size. She is very, very strong and very brave.
Hmm.
It was strange to see her halted.
Well,
Yes.
hopefully she can shake this off. Please give her my best. At that point,
You
he
could-
just
Yeah,
he
very
turns
much
to
so.
walk and he just says, "Yes."
Have a nice time. It's good to see you. Well,
You too. And he just goes back and joins Corwin and Pell. Looks like their food is just arriving to their table.
I think we'd get a table.
Sure.
Linian.
Was there anything else specific you wanted to accomplish here? Do you want to talk to anybody, or?
No, I actually before I start like doing much. Well, no, I'll perform first. I do some performing to kind of pay for the night's lodging and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Once I've finished that, though, I want to go through some of my own. I do keep a log and a book of stories and things that I've come across and whatnot through my time, and also of the important things. And I just want to dig into a little bit more on Damien Aurelius Winterburn and the young white dragon that he fought, and see if there's anything in the stories that I can glean about white dragons.
Okay, so like more for like maybe tactical advantages kinds of things.
Tactical advantages, what they can do,
Mhm.
you know, and just try to get as much information, especially because we do have some history of
Yeah.
white dragons in general.
I'm gonna let between both Marcus and Landor, both of you roll history checks with advantage
Cool.
because of just how much.
Might as well be inspired too.
Oh my god. I rolled 2 8s, so that's 12.
I have a 14, but let me just check what my plus is. Yeah, so it's an 18 for me, Marcus.
Sure. Well, you know that as far as comparatively to other dragons, white dragons tend to be the most primal and vengeful of the group. They seem to act a little less on intelligent planning and more on just instinct and predatory efficacy, if you will.
Yeah.
They just want to like they like to hunt something. They enjoy that. It's less about trying to play games or deceit, like say like a green dragon would be or anything like that. I mean, every dragon, especially the chromatics, has quite a bit of vanity to them. They're very arrogant, very prideful, as if they are they're just the greatest creatures in the world. But a white dragon tends to just be more of a hunter. Territorial.
Yeah, I mean, if reading that from, I wouldn't say anything. But if like the two of us were talking about stories, then I would relay that information. You know, from the stories, they were very vengeful, very primal. Everything else that the dungeon master said.
Well, that kind of makes me worry and not worry at the same time, because I did attack him, and that means that when we see him next, he may come for me, because I was the one that actually hit him last.
He definitely looked like he was taking stock of you and just the whole situation before he turned away.
If he comes to you, it will be the last mistake he ever makes.
Oh, I'm just saying we should probably be aware of that, not as in like an eat run kind of situation, but more of just he may target me just because of that side of things, just as in like you dared hit me.
Yeah.
But I'm working on things to yell at him. Don't worry. I'll he might be an ice dragon, but I'm sure I can get him fired up.
You also know that dragons...
Nice.
Get him all fired up. Nice. You also know that dragons tend to choose their battles wisely. Like, they are very particular about when and where and how they attack, more or less. Like, it's...
I almost wonder if the situation wasn't grand enough for him to attack us. You know, if he needed a better stage to be for his, his sake and for wanting to make, if he is trying to make a name for himself.
It's definitely a possibility. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't think that would have been the best place for us to fight him like that.
I don't know if there's going to be a good place. And, to me, it's one of those situations where, who knows, every minute that he is out there, more people's lives are on the line. And if we have a chance to stop him, I'm going to take that chance. Even if we might not make it. I'm not going to not risk my own life just because it's doesn't look pretty, But on a separate side note, did you notice that it was just me and you? Because obviously Daisy's in the room, so it's just me and Mark. But I don't know what to do or say to Daisy, and I'm worried about her. Not just, in multiple ways. Obviously I'm a little worried that if we were to get in a fight with the dragon, if she might freeze up, but I'm also just worried about her in general. I don't think I've ever seen her just pause like that.
So first, I just want to specify that this conversation has to decide, like, maybe the two of us are getting a drink or something at the table, because I don't think either of us would talk about Daisy's weaknesses in front of. We
could say it's just the two of you.
This was just the two of us.
Yeah, but like specifically what I'm about to say, I wouldn't say in front of anyone else except for Marcus or Daisy. The story that she told was some sort of white ice dragon that killed her village, killed her family, killed her friend. I can totally understand why she would freeze up. I think we need to give her the night to rest and meditate and think about everything that has happened, everything that happened today, that happened years ago, and let her try to come to terms. And then tomorrow we can.
Well, there's one other thing that just hit me. She never said an age or how big the dragon was that attacked her family, did she? I know that it couldn't have been that long ago. Even though this dragon is a younger dragon, it could still easily be 100 years old. Is it possible that this is the dragon that killed her family?
I don't know. That's I don't think she knows either. But I think it's definitely a possibility. To be completely honest, I don't remember the age of the dragon was. I think she might have said it was young. If she even knew, she might not have known.
Right, and I don't even know if she, how well she actually saw the dragon,
Also, I have no idea how old she is, or how old gnomes live to, honestly. I don't.
That's a valid point. Now, is it something you think we should talk to her about it tomorrow? Like after she's had a good night, do you think we should, try to see if we can, whether it's give her encouragement or just, maybe come up with a game plan so she's not caught off guard? It could be the surprise of it,
I think we should talk to her tomorrow. I don't think we have to plan it like a battle. I think just ask her how she's doing. She knows what happened. We know. We saw some of what happened. We'll just check in on her. If you want to disclose everything that she won't, but we'll The same that we've always done. We know we care about. Try to help where we can.
Sounds
I
good.
I couldn't see Daisy freezing up if we were fighting a dragon and the dragon tried to attack either one of us. As she might have her fears, she might have her struggles. She would never let anyone hurt her friends.
And on that note, let's transition over to Daisy. So, what are you doing up there, Miss Daisy? Besides driving. Anyways.
I am going to take out the Dragon Slayer longsword.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna put my little dragon chess pieces around it.
This like on the floor or table or?
Is there like a table in front of like a window?
Sure, absolutely.
All right, so I'll put it on that table. I'm gonna open up the window
Mm-hmm.
and take out the little staff of bird calls and try to call the little birds that I remember seeing when I was dead.
Sure. Yes.
I don't know if they'll come, but I figured it would help. I'm gonna sit down.
So actually, as you put the sword down and you open up the window, you go to take out the staff, and you take it out to use it. You actually see a canary just kind of sitting on, just right there on the windowsill, just looking at you.
Hi there, little friend.
Just kind of cocks its head to the side.
All right, Daisy's gonna sit down at the desk.
Mm-hmm.
Bahamut, I need you to lend me your strength. I can't let anything happen to my friends, but I was frozen in fear today. Please send me a sign or a message or anything. Let me know that when I go into battle with them, I don't have to fear from the past.
And as you close your eyes and just kind of try and meditate on Bahamut and everything, what happened to you during the time that Daisy was dead? If there was any fogginess left from understanding what happened, that entire experience and memory just becomes extraordinarily vivid. There is no cloudiness to it. Every feeling, every word, every interaction that you had during that time is very much in the forefront of your mind, especially his last words to you.
I understand.
And for a moment, you almost feel as if you just could tell there's just like a pair of wings that just seemed to be covering you.
Thank you. And Daisy has a little bit more peace now. And she's gonna go to bed.
Okay.
She's gonna leave the door open for the little bird.
Very nice. Yeah, so I think unless there's anything else that you guys wanted to do, you can wake up the next morning. So the three of you wake up. What would you like to do?
Can I just have last night roll or yesterday roll some sort of flirt check?
Ooh. Yeah, let me just set the DC here. Hold on a second. Okay. Charisma, I
Is that a
guess.
state charisma?
You want to do persuasion or performance? I'll give you.
It's natural 18.
Okay.
Wow.
Let's just say now I'm going to ask for a Constitution performance check.
Oh boy. Before anything else, was I inspired by music?
Sure.
Right. I was just kidding. Roll with the D8.
The very first time I was asked to make this kind of a check, I rolled a natural 1.
Well, I rolled a natural 3. So this is Constitution, you said?
Mm-hmm.
So just add my regular +2 for that, or
If you're I don't know if you're proficient in performance, but other than just your con.
Definitely not.
Okay.
I mean, I have a +1 to performance, so it would be 5 + 7, right? 12. Yeah. No, more than that. 5 plus 12.
Did you use your inspiration?
I did use the inspiration. I rolled a natural 3. So.
Do you get a 12? Okay.
12.
Yes.
That is.
Yeah, you wake up and Lenine is with you.
It's my flaw. Yeah, I was just. I mean, that's that. I just,
Mm-hmm. Oh, do I have to roll a performance check for her too? Hold on.
I feel like it should be a contested.
Yes, because it's a competition. Oh boy. We'll leave it at that. Okay.
Yikes. Anyway.
How do you define winning and losing? Okay. Yeah. So you wake up the next morning. You're able to get breakfast also on the house thanks to just the services that you've been providing around town, plus the entertainment services of Landor. And yeah.
Sweet.
What would you like to do with your day?
Well, I will need to drop off these nightshades to Adabra.
Okay.
So I want to go walk over to where she was set up.
Mm-hmm.
You going alone?
You guys can come with. That's not a problem.
Lando, if you want to go by yourself, you can see.
Yeah, Marcus, I think we should give him some private time with Adabra.
Look at these people.
Do you bring any money with you? Or no?
I do have my money on me, which is 65 gold.
Okay.
I don't do bad as a bard.
That's not bad, yeah.
I don't have to spend money on upkeep, like
Well, none of
on
us
staying
do
at
because of
place.
that.
Well, no, I know, but I'm just saying, like, in general in life, even
Yeah.
before this, like,
Yeah.
so generally whatever I made, I'm able just to pocket unless I want to buy something.
Mm-hmm. You're able to get there?
All right, and I go in.
Okay.
Or if it looks like she's open, I don't know,
Yeah,
if
that's
she
fine.
has a sign.
I'm sure you would have a decent time to go at a regular business hour.
Did I know that these are nightshade, or did I just know that they had some sort of magical properties to them?
I'd say you knew it was nightshade, and that sometimes they're used in potion making. But that's about it.
So I kept my eye out this last trip out Adabra, and I found some nightshade
Oh,
that
really?
I thought you might be able to possibly use for something.
Nightshade is a pretty useful reagent. I would love to have some.
I was able to get 20 of the flowers, and I hand them over to her.
Oh. Well, that's very nice of you. Thank you.
So have you been able to start making more stuff yet, or are they still trying to get you set up to where you're able to?
I think I'm just about ready. I think another day or two, and I will probably be able to actually have something in stock. Did you want me to make something in particular?
Oh no, I was just trying to. Well, actually, now that you mention it, I don't know. This last trip, as we were coming back, I don't know if you heard all the buzz around town whenever the dragon was flying past yesterday.
I was told to stay inside.
But
listened.
we encountered it on the road, and it
Really?
had some. Yes, it was attacking a caravan, and we tried to run up to try to see what we could do to help.
Oh dear.
I shot a firebolt at it, and then it kind of just it seemed to have had its fill and it just left. And that's when it was heading east, and we
You
sent
attacked the creature?
word. Yes. I mean,
Oh
couldn't
my.
stand by when
She starts to touch her hair a little bit, and like, she's like, really?
Well, I mean,
So brave.
I can't stand by when people are in danger. But I did notice that it had some mighty fierce cold breath to it. Like, it actually froze one of the caravans almost solid and froze a couple of the people solid. I don't know if you have anything that could provide some magical protection against cold.
She says, well, I have had this potion in stock. Nobody's bought it, but I have a potion of cold resistance.
How much is that?
That's what I'm looking at. Okay. I don't remember if I mentioned a price before, but she says it's listed at 250 gold pieces, but I mean, if you're going after this dragon, and she just picks up the potion and just says, please stay safe, and just hands it to you.
Oh, I couldn't just accept this. Like, I
says, listen,
this
Lando,
is too much.
Lando. And she puts her hand on your hand at this point and just says, there are very few souls in the world that would do things that you just did, and this is the more than one time that you've put your life on the line to save someone that's needed it. And I personally am very grateful. If there's anything that I can do to help in this fight and struggle, then believe me, it's the least I can do.
And I put my hand on her and hers, and I kind of just, and thank you. I appreciate it, and I do try.
Perhaps
if you
I could
could
have
make
another one ready if...
I was about to say, I mean, I know between the three of us, so there is three of us in the party, like, the more the better, and I would definitely, I don't expect any more free by any means, and I greatly appreciate this. We would gladly be willing to pay for any more that you're able to.
It'll be
to
my
make.
first priority. Depending on how
And
things
then-
go, we'll see how much I can make.
I know that we're probably heading out of town shortly again to see what else that we can do. But the next time that I come back, even if it's kind of in the evening, I mean, obviously not middle of the night, but if it's not too late, do you mind if I see you want to come to the inn to get dinner?
Roll a persuasion check, my friend.
16.
She just says, I would love that. Absolutely.
Well, and if there's anything around here that I can help with, and again, I'll always keep an eye out for any reagents that I think you might be able to use. Or is there anything that you know of that you need that you can't get in town that either I might find while I'm out, or possibly if I run across any vendors?
Goodness,
out
I'm
and
terrible
about
making
it.
this stuff up on the spot. She just says, if you brought more Nightshade back, that would be very useful. Yeah, I think that would be very helpful, actually.
Okay, I'll definitely try to keep an eye on it, especially because finding it and recognizing it. I think I'll probably recognize it and find it a little bit easier in the future, hopefully.
I
Alright.
appreciate that very much.
I thank you very much, and I can't wait to see you again.
I look forward to it.
And now, as I go to leave, my cape just turns bright yellow as I'm walking out the door.
Nice. It just goes, oh. All right. While that was going on, Falcon is downstairs eating breakfast, and we'll say he notices Marcus and Daisy, I guess, about to get their own breakfast going. And Falcon just kind of walks over Maybe when Marcus is by himself, say he went over to get a drink or something like that, and just says, Daisy, are you all right? You seem to be preoccupied yesterday.
Yeah. Yep, I'm doing great. You know, it's just there was a lot of travel and some crazy ghost stuff at the lighthouse, and it was just I was feeling a little off. You know, not used to that sea air. But I'm all right. I'm doing good.
Okay. I was just telling them you're one of the fiercest warriors I've ever met. And wherever your travels take you, you'll do well.
Well, thank you so much. I mean, it takes a great warrior to know a great warrior.
Well, I've been in a scuffle or two in my day.
Do you mind if we join you for breakfast?
Not at all. Please, pull up a chair. And he finds some kind of like a booster seat to for Daisy. He does put it next to his, though.
Daisy's gonna call over to Marcus. Marcus, come here. We're sitting with Falcon.
Oh, all right. I'll go and sit.
I mean, unless there's something specific you wanted to have accomplished this time.
I mean, I'll just ask Falcon. Did you happen to see where the dragon went off to? When I watched it, I chased it down for close to a mile, I would say.
Sure.
And it looked like it was heading east.
At this point, it didn't seem like it was, I guess, in a very terrible hurry. Like, it didn't seem like its pace was very intense. But it seemed to head east and maybe a little bit north towards the mountain range. Couldn't tell you where exactly, but probably somewhere in the Sword Mountains, I would guess.
Yes, that was my guess.
For reference, this is Fandolin. He's saying it went north and east a bit, maybe along the ridge of the hillside. A bit non-specific.
Yeah. Yes, that was my assumption from, well, we had seen this dragon a 10-day, longer than a 10-day ago. Fought the orcs near you, and that seemed to be where it was headed.
A lot of dragons like mountains. Don't know why.
Good talk.
Indeed. Landor shows up.
In my bright yellow cloak.
Yeah.
Just
Hey!
smiling.
That's some spiffy cloak you got on there, Landor.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes.
It's well, I mean, it went well.
You do seem to
I
have
did.
pep in your step.
On a good note, I was able to get this potion of frost resistance. She actually gave it to me just to help out with fighting the dragon. So
That sounds most useful.
and
Indeed.
she's gonna focus on trying to make us some more just because of the dragon. So hopefully we can get some more. I mean, its frost capabilities and ice capabilities definitely were quite fierce.
Yes. Very good. Good work, buddy.
Thank you.
Landor, is there anything that you want to look for in the shops? I don't know if you need like a new weapon or maybe a cloak. We could go look around and see if there's anything that, if you want or need anything.
I mean, with having my mage, other than magical items, there's really not much else that could increase my resistance, really. And for weapons, I don't do all that much with weapons. Mostly what I do now is with my spells. I mean, and my rapier is pretty good if and when things do get close up and I need to fend off. So I'm doing pretty good. And I don't know if there's
Okay.
anything that you guys might be able to need or use. I mean,
No, I think we're doing pretty well. I'd like to go to Axhelm and see if we can't set up some fortifications for just in case Vandal is evacuated.
and I don't know if you'd want to do this or not. I'm assuming that Falcon's with you guys, because wasn't he eating breakfast with you or no?
Yeah.
I mean, Falcon, do you want to come with us while we clear out Axelholm and to possibly see if it's viable to set up as a area for them to flee to safety to? I mean, if you don't want to, that's fine. I know you probably had
I
more
would
fighting
love to.
recently than.
The only thing is, God's forbid, if the dragon does show up here again, the people will need someone to protect them.
Agreed.
That's true. That's a very good point.
So you stay here. If the dragon does show up, use the sending stone to let us know. And once we've cleared out Axholm, right? That's how you say it?
If it seems like a place that people could flee to, like if their condition is good enough or whatnot, we'll send word as soon as it's available, just in case you need to before we make it back.
I'd appreciate that very much.
And this is sorry, I wasn't conversation. When we're done with this, I have something.
That's fine. We could go to that now if you want.
Did anyone have anything else to say?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No.
Sorry, I realized I could.
Oh, you're fine.
I just want to stop at the before we leave town. I want to stop at the Shrine of Luck and just say a little whatever to Timora.
Okay.
Say a little prayer for you.
Anything in particular that you're trying to accomplish, or?
From a metagame perspective, I'm hoping to get like a luck point or a portent from it.
I
From
understand.
a Marcus perspective, it's just there's a shrine here. We're heading into
What was
danger.
that? What was the? We got some sort of thing that was in the bag of holding. That was a statue.
Oh, the mermaid statue was like a blue quartzite thing.
It was a mermaid statue.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if that might be worth offering or if we really should sell it.
So yeah, okay. So you get to the shrine. It looks like it's pretty simple, modest, almost like a large gazebo as far as size.
Mm-hmm.
A little altar there. There's like a kind of like benches around the edges of it.
Is there like a little donation thing?
Yeah. There's a little box that you could.
I'll put 5 gold in it.
Okay. It sounds as if there's a few other people that have done that. And what do? You pray when you're there, or do you? You just
Sure,
kind of like.
Just a little,
Sure.
Look up, take a quick moment, nod my head, and I'm like, all right.
Okay.
Okay.
Your eye just catches the shrine itself, like the altar of the shrine. And it just, there's like a, I don't know, almost like a little bit of a beckoning.
I just try to like pay respect,
Okay.
That's
sure. Yeah, you can walk away now. You don't have to.
Does it feel like I should go? There's a beckoning. Like I should go.
It's
up
not
to the
like
shrine?
come here. It's not like that. It's just like your attention just seems to be very drawn to this.
Yeah, I'll go to it.
Okay.
I don't. Josh doesn't know what is acceptable. Like what would be expected of, or what proper,
So
but
let's
Marcus
say
would do
Marcus
whatever.
doesn't know either.
All right. Well,
Maybe he's just a little, if he's just paying respects,
yeah.
And while I see that Marcus is kind of just like feeling something from the shrine, I pull out my bagpipes and I just kind of play like a a funeral-esque type of a tune, just kind of something somber, pulling you into the moment.
I love that you have bagpipes.
So you walk over to the altar. Okay. You're standing now
Just kind of like
adjacent to it.
put a hand on it.
As soon as your hand touches it, your eyes kind of cloud back. And you feel as if your body, you feel as if your body just, like you just lift right out of your body, hundreds of feet in the air, and then you whiz, like, not whiz like pee, like just like whiz right past, like,
all over the town.
like you just pee everywhere. It's like this,
From the sky.
it's just a golden shower and a half.
Oh, no.
No, so you fly.
I'm never
up
playing
into the air.
bagpipes for him again.
Yeah, fly up into the air and then just like seem to be just like pulled at an incredible speed north or east northeast, just like flying through the air, and all of a sudden you just see a broken down looking fortress that looks like there are just shards and like glass, ice like glass just seems to be encasing the rooftop of it, almost coming to like a dome. And it looks like there's just this treacherous path to get up there. There's like this little bridge connecting a smaller part to a larger part. You will see like this other little, like, for lack of a better term, in the rock face underneath it, like this extra doorway, and you're not even sure how people would get there, but you're just like, you're looking at this place and you're like, what is going on? And you just see Cryovane fly up out of the rooftop and head south, seemingly unaware of you. And at that point you're like, what? And it just feels like a rubber band just like snaps you back into your body, and you're just whew. Yeah, like it was just like bam.
And we just noticed him just putting his hand on.
Yeah, from your point of view, it just looked like he had his hand on the altar for about a minute.
I definitely like.
And I just keep
whip
playing
my
the
hand.
entire time.
I would just kind of whip my hands off it just for a second, just kind of like, what just happened? And then I feel like I would get the sense that I just saw the lair. Yeah,
Definitely.
okay.
Especially seeing the dragon come out.
I will just say, thank you, Timora. And slowly starts back away, put another gold piece in.
It's like, well spent.
Clink.
And would it be like history to try to have any idea what would be south, what it could, well, I don't even know where exactly on a map it would be. I just know what it looks like.
Where the dragon might be going, or where the fortress was you saw?
A little bit of both, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, roll a history check. We'll say with advantage.
Cool. There's one. First one is a 15, and where's my 20? I guess.
Did he happen to get inspiration from the music while he was...
No.
I think that's a 16. Give me 1 second just to confirm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's a 16.
As far as where the dragon may be headed, you're not sure.
Mm-hmm.
But you do know that there is a fortress called Icespire Hold that seemed to be home to many orcs.
That all makes sense now. Yeah.
And you know it. You know that this area has had a lot of orc issues, obviously, that you've had firsthand. But
There's been a lot of starved orcs too, as if something pushed them out of their home and took their hunting grounds.
not so hard to connect the dots.
Yeah, I'm just like, what would Marcus do with that information? Yeah, I guess. I would walk away from it, and as we're heading towards whatever we're heading to, I guess Axholm, Almost said
Stockholm. You're headed to Sweden. You going to Axholm.
Big summer
Big summer
blowout.
blowout. You.
Get the Dabras potions.
Where was Axon, by the way?
Sure.
15 miles south.
Yes, so this is roughly where Umbridge Hill was,
Mm.
and Axholm was somewhere just a little bit, just, maybe a little more than twice as far,
Okay.
but in the base of the mountain range. And the direction you hit was like way over in this direction.
I have a question. Before we leave town, can
Mhm.
we I don't know, do you guys want to keep the gems and the pearls, or do you want to have them appraised and consider selling them?
Are any of those gems diamonds?
DM?
How many gems are there? 8? Does that sound right?
Yes, there were 15.
Yeah, because there's 150 gold pieces worth of gems, and I think they were each whatever amount.
I think we should all.
So there's a total of 150 gold pieces worth in the gems? Yeah, so we could say, because I think you need a 300 gold piece worth, so you
Yeah,
can take it
so-
in one big diamond or multiple diamonds adding up to that amount. But we will say...
Is there
actually,
anybody
5
in...
of them are. 5 of them are diamonds.
Is there anybody that sells diamonds in town?
Anytime we've asked about gems or precious stones, you've been directed to the Miners' Exchange.
Wait,
Let's,
I know
let's
about the special feature of the sword, right?
You do.
Okay. So guys, we don't need to buy any diamonds.
Why not?
So after spending some time with this sword and meditating and speaking with Bahamut, this sword can be used as like a component for Revivify.
So you actually, and you look and just, I imagine just like, yeah, take a look.
Yeah.
And you just see that each eye on each side is a diamond. And then the wings that make up the hilt have diamonds encrusted in them.
Do you have to be attuned to the sword? Or is it just that if I held it, I would be able to cast the
think
spell? The reason why I ask is just because, like, if for some reason you were incapacitated, I wanted to make sure that it wasn't like, oh, the sword's owner's incapacitated, you can't use it, kind of a thing.
No, the sword doesn't require attunement, and
Oh, okay.
it doesn't consume it. So
Okay, that was my question. Yeah.
Oh,
we
wow.
could use it as much as we needed to, obviously depending on how many Revivifies you have available. But
Wow.
it was a gift from his paladin.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, then, never mind. We don't need to go buy some diamonds.
So it might be worth it to have maybe another one just in case we get separated at some point. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Didn't you say we had one? We had enough for one piece with the gems?
No, we'd need to buy 250 gold worth of diamonds more. We have basically 50 gold, and it takes 300 gold worth of diamonds.
Could we? Yeah, we might as well go trade the pearls for diamonds if they have.
We're gonna head over to the miners.
Sure. And you see we'll say there's a gnarly, crusty looking dwarf who looks like he's got a, charcoal on his nose, and he's kind of doing his thing. He's sitting at the counter. Looks like he's like got a little little, whatever you call those little telescope things. He's got like a little ruby that he's checking out. And he hears the door open and he just says, "Aye, shut that door, you're letting in too much light." Just looking over the thing.
So,
Come on in, come on in.
What kind of diamonds do you have? Diamonds for sale here?
Aye, we've got diamonds. What do you want? How many do you need?
I need about 250 gold worth of diamonds.
That's a pretty specific amount of, okay, he's just like...
Well, it's a reagent for a spell, and it requires a specific amount. So.
I thought maybe you had a very funny lass you were trying to impress. And you just...
That'll be next time, and I give him a wink.
He goes, all right. He opens up a drawer, and he goes, takes a diamond out. It's pretty good size, and he just says, I think this'll take care of the trick. He just puts it on the table.
I hold it and just in my own knowledge of the spell, would this work, or is he trying to jip me?
No, you think that would do the trick?
I mean, I don't know if he's selling me a 250 gold and it's really only worth 200. You never know these shady miners.
How many pearls did we have?
6.
6 of them.
6? Okay. Could we perhaps make a trade?
Sure, what do you have in mind?
Well, we have 100 gold pieces worth of... What?
Well, never mind.
I love this.
I can't. Okay, wait. So there was 15 in total, so that would mean that there were 10 gems.
He wants us to have the pearls appraised first because we may not need anything else.
Just one at a time.
All right. So Daisy's gonna.
Let's just take this one step at a time. Yeah. What do you guys do?
I've got I have an exquisite saltwater pearl here.
Some pearls. Huh?
I pull one out.
He goes, oh, let me take a look at that. And he just tries to grab it out of your hand. Do you stop him?
No.
Okay. And he just looks at it. He goes, we normally get not some pearls. We normally have stones and diamonds and gems, but don't get many pearls here.
These are basically gems of the sea.
He just looks at you and goes, I know what a pearl is. He takes out his little mini micro telescope thingy or whatever it is that gemologists use.
And as you can see, there's no imperfections on that. It's blemish free.
He just goes, I'll be the judge of that. And he goes, oh, I'll give you 100 gold for it.
All right. I pull out 2 more.
You've been holding out on me. And he takes out 2 more. He goes, what else are you looking to do here? He goes, this one looks like it's worth about 80, and this one maybe 120.
Okay. And we could do maybe a trade and trade for that plus the 50 gold difference and call it a deal.
And he's like, aye, I think that'll do.
All right.
Here's your 5 platinum.
My favorite, platinum. So I take I give Daisy the platinum and I say, hey, can I have the other 5 diamonds from the gem bag, please?
Yep, Daisy's gonna think about them, then pull them out of the bag.
Oh yeah, there they are. Sure
there
enough.
You go.
So I put that in my backpack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could say it's in your coin. You want it separate from your coin purse, or
no? I can put it in my coin purse.
Just because I just figured that would probably be a little easier to grab your.
Yeah,
I would think. Either way, you have access to them. Is there anything else I can do for you? You seem like fine folk. Else? Perhaps you've got some more precious gems and stones.
Can we have this appraised? I'm gonna think about the mermaid statue. Everything comes out.
And he goes, oh, this is a pretty lass right here.
And also just a good bit of water just falls out too. Just...
Yeah.
He's like, what you got in that bag? Okay, anyways, and he's looking at it and goes, "Oh, that's pretty good craftsmanship. Blue quartz. Aye.
That's
I'd
like
give
the
you
rarest
75
quartz.
gold pieces for it."
Oh, don't! What are you trying to do here now? Come on, that's at least worth 175.
Roll a persuasion check.
23.
Goes, I mean, I need to have a little bit of meat on the bone if I'm gonna sell it, but I'll give you 85 for it, and that's my final offer.
Yeah, 100. You're still a turkey leg. I don't know what you're talking about.
He just says, take it or leave it, and just passes it forward.
I don't know.
I don't know, Marcus. Marcus, what do you think?
I mean,
Marcus is bored with such matters.
I'm not. I'm just. Do we want more weight in gold, or do we just want to hold on to gems for now?
I don't know. Does
And the statue, I know. I think it's a fine amount. That's a land.
Well,
Retail.
the other thing is, do you want this statue as a for your trophy room at Winterburn Manor? I mean, I don't know if you have an area that you'd kind of like to set that up for your travels.
I think a dragon's head would do fine there.
Oh, I like this one, the dwarf says. Are you going after that dragon they've been talking about?
We are going after the dragon.
Oh, I like to hear that.
How
Assuming
much?
you come back from it, I think you should tell me the tale.
Oh well, Lando will be happy to tell you the tale, I'm sure. When we, how happy does that make you? Happy enough to give us a couple pieces for it?
A couple of more pieces of what? Are you going to use these gems to throw at the thing?
A couple of more gold pieces for the statue that we are trying to sell. That's what
I
we're
mean,
trying to
business
sell,
is
right?
business. I don't understand what would be... what are you going to need this for? Are you buying something that I don't know about?
Well, yes, we're trying to buy potions and everything just to get us ready for the fight. So any more funds and currency that we have will just make us better equipped to fight this dragon. I'm not trying to extort you, I'm just letting you know.
well,
85 gold pieces is more than the thing's worth.
I mean, you wouldn't happen to have any potions or perhaps like a cloak of cold resistance? I mean...
Hey, if I had a cloak of cold resistance, I wouldn't be giving it to you. I'd be using it in case this dragon came and attacked us.
Alright, I'm just gonna put the statue back in the bag. Thanks for the diamonds. Let's go, guys.
Yep.
All right, best of
Sounds
luck
good
to you.
me.
We kill that bloody dragon. Sure, it's got precious stones. I'd love to see it.
I don't like him.
Alright.
That's really... I don't like him. He rubs me the wrong way.
Hey, maybe we could get him to volunteer as bait. Huh?
I'm assuming you're out of the store at this point?
Yes.
Okay. Just to be sure.
Alright, shall we get the horses and head to
Axelholm.
Should we
Okay.
leave? Should we leave the one horse, Marcus, that you were riding, and you can ride
Mhm.
Casper?
Yep. That's what I was thinking as well.
Give that horse a break.
Okay, so you're only taking 2 horses from Big Al?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Big Al.
Mm-hmm.
Same
All
deal
right.
as last time.
Okay. So, yes, I mean, the horse is a little more accustomed to it, but let's still make an animal handling check just to... Or 2 animal handling checks, I guess. Well, actually, no, you would only need, what, 1 horse because of Daisy, right? Or how are you setting this up?
I could ride with Landor or Marcus. I don't care. It doesn't matter to D. It's probably better if we run into the dragon again.
Yeah, just to have two. But last time we had three. I think that's the only.
So if you
We're
guys
I
want
rolled
to
a
set it up.
I rolled a 12 from the animal handling for my horse.
You taking one horse from Big Al or two?
We'll take two.
I say we take 2.
Okay.
I'll roll. All right.
Even if it's just as a spare to be able to ride faster if need be.
That's a 5.
Okay.
Never mind.
Okay, so you summon the spectral horse, and Daisy's horse just kind of and just like starts to like take off. We'll say it is. Takes off west.
Oh, jeez. All right. Okay.
If I was there, well,
Can I try and calm the horse down?
Sure.
Another
No.
animal handling check.
Yeah, I think that sounds fair.
can I try to help with that? Like, I'll give her like a carrot. Try this.
But you're on the other horse, no?
You're on the
The
scary
object
horse.
of the horse's fear.
Yeah, so I can start walking away. Whatever.
Okay.
Alright, how about
Sure.
That would help.
14?
I'm 14. Yes, it just it took off running for two rounds or whatever, and then it just kind of stops, and you give the old. It's
It's okay, I know. It's a little creepy. It creeps me out too. We'll be all right.
You're able to corral the horse into some control, and the three of you set your course south towards Axelholm, or Axholm, excuse me. And did you want to have a discussion there, or?
Yeah. While we're on the way, I'm just gonna give Landor a wink, Winterburn wink, and and just be like, "Hey, Daisy, how are you feeling today?"
Good. I feel good. I slept real well. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. We noticed that yesterday it looked like you had a bit of trouble when you saw the dragon. Is everything all right, or what happened? I've never known you to shy away from a fight.
I'm a little ashamed to admit it, but I was scared.
There's no shame.
There's no shame in being scared.
Well, I think it's shameful when it renders me useless in a battle and my family is off to fight a dragon and I'm not lending any assistance. But that won't happen again.
Well,
Daisy, you've never once been useless. Yeah. And especially after everything that you've shared about what's happened and what you've gone through, I can barely imagine what seeing something like that seeming to happen again right in front of you, just how that could affect one, and you have nothing to be ashamed of, and we want you to know that we're here, and that we're all in this together.
yes. And Daisy, the fact that you are coming back again and ready to face on whatever may come our way, may it be the dragon, is significant in itself. I will quote Damien Winterbone, Damien Aurelius. He said, "To get back up when you fail, to celebrate behaving like a humanoid, however imperfectly, and fully embrace the pursuit that you're embarked on. That's the mark of a strong person.
It's one of my
That's
favorite
really
quotes of his.
Well, I must say, Marcus, you definitely come from a long line of wise humans. I'm gonna do my best when it comes time to fight the dragon. I will do my best to show no fear or to fight through it.
Well, and that's, I mean, I'll tell you something. I mean, even when I was running at the dragon, yesterday, I was afraid. I honestly didn't know if we would make it, even if it was all three of us, fighting them. I don't know, and I mean, I definitely don't want to die by any means, but at the same time, I just know that stopping the dragon is worth it.
Indeed.
Personally, and so.
Agreed.
You did seem a little bit happier this morning, and seemed a little bit back to your normal self. So, are you feeling a little bit better? Or?
I am. I had some time to meditate and think, and I know that I am going to be able to assist in taking down this dragon whenever we do.
Well,
Sounds good.
man does conquer the world by conquering himself. And I think that you have done that, or you're quite on your way. I need to tell you both something. When I went to the shrine, I had a bit of a out-of-body experience, so to speak. I felt like I was lifted above and saw a broken down fortress. There was an ice dome with shards of ice all around it, broken glass that bridged to a smaller part and a larger part of it. Some sort of doorway in the rock face. And as I saw this, I saw Cryovane emerge from it and head south. I think this is his lair. I also am led to believe that this is Icespire Hold. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it used to be home to a lot of orcs. I'm thinking that this dragon came by and took the home of the orcs. That's why some of them we saw was starving. He took their land, took their hunting ground. That's why we've been seeing more orc activity. That's why they haven't had food and maybe have been, I don't know, searching for better hunting grounds. But when we're ready to face this dragon, I think I can lead us there.
Well done,
Okay.
Marcus.
Oh, don't thank me. Don't congratulate me. That's.
And here, I thought you were just really moved by my song, and that's why you were just standing there for so long.
It was not my own thinking that brought this. Maybe some conclusions that I've jumped through. Very much shown to me.
Well, it's good that we at least have somewhat of an idea, and I mean, would I know where the hold is any more than Marcus does?
No,
I mean, we at
Marcus
least
does
have
have an understanding of how to get there, though.
Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
it's also on a map. Maybe not the map, but I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure that if we headed in that direction and we got close to it, I'm sure we could see it. I doubt it's if normally holds are not that hidden, so
Yeah.
it at least gives us a direction place to go once we feel ready to confront this vile creature.
It certainly
think-
was in some of the highest points of the mountain range, though.
Mhm.
So, on that end, you'd know that it would be not the easiest journey.
Yeah.
We're all gonna have to take a leave before we go, help thin out the blood. That way when we go up
Okay.
there we don't get altitude poisoning.
Oh boy.
No, I'm the winter burns I used to high altitudes, mountains. I'm more comfortable there than I am here, completely honest. But yeah, I think after we take care of Vaxelheim, we should get ourselves equipped and maybe head the mountains.
All right. So it takes you, you travel through, the grassy lowlands and skirt rocky foothills of the Sword Mountains. And your journey to Axholm passes without incident, although it is, there's some cold winds coming from the west. A little bit of rain, nothing crazy, but it's just not a pleasant journey. And thrust out from the base of a dark gray mountain is the entrance to the Dwarven Fortress. A dark, 15-foot wide passageway, flanked by 40-foot high bulwarks of smooth, seamless stone. An iron portcullis covered with rust blocks the entrance. Arrow slits carved into the bulwarks are dark, revealing no hint of occupation. And that's where we're going to end the episode for this week. It's like, I wanted to go and play some more.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good spot. I know there wasn't like actual combat action in this, but there still was some action. This is a fun episode. Enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So until next time, we'll see you.